Looks like blood, and lots of it.
Yeah, place has the stains of animancy on it.
That's charming.
There are mines here, edged.
We could never have this in the White March. All that blood'd freeze over.
This blood is vibrant and many-colored. It holds the suffering of many. I wish you could see it as I do.
Overfried cod, watered ale, and prostitution. A bastion of Deerwooden culture.
Visit new lands, see the sights. I do love travel.
Now to find a home for my other staff.
This place, it stills your mind and distracts you.
Nothing like this in Gilded Vale. Just Wallaruna the milkmaid. Oh, she knew what she was doing.
Wish I'd brought an oil can.
I need to make some new scars for even thinking these thoughts.
Dibs! On all of it.
Place is getting too nice. You start having fancy dinner parties, and I don't know if we can still be friends. Elegant yet understated. I had no idea.
Ah, the famed rustic charm of the Deerwood.
You really don't see enough fountains in Deerwooden architecture.
I wouldn't mind the use of that laboratory once in a while.
This does look like Theos' kind of place.
No sign that anyone's been here in ages.
This place is sacred ground, so watch where you step.
Troubled spirits surround us.
This place is tinged gold with incredible suffering. Eternal suffering. Even the trees speak of it.
Find a good epic and a flask of Adira brandy, and I could spend some time here.
Surprisingly well stocked for a backwater fortress.
Could sleep half of Masuk in here, including our foxes.
I feel sorry for whoever has to clean up this place. It's very nice. We're not sleeping here, are we?
I know it looks old and crumbling, but the castle is recent compared to what lies beneath. Cadnua is a newly grown sore sitting atop ancient bones.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Better indeed.
Last thing the Deerwood needs is another foreign colony.
Gelade, well done. A formidable fortress in the old style. We don't build them like this anymore, you know. Not by the sea. Too vulnerable to cannons.
I must say, I'm impressed.
Amazing. You could fit a whole village in here.
I don't know this castle's history, but I feel confident saying it must have seen better times.
Walls need some work before this place is secure. My husband could fix them right up.
A place of ruin. It has long been abandoned. The stones and the spirits in this place have begun to heal. This place, as beautiful as it can be with the absence of children.
Not as beautiful as the Anguithan ruins near my home, but your fortress is impressive in its own little way.
Well, that went better than I expected.
Think I dislocated my... That's better.
I think that statue of Woodica was watching us soil ourselves on the way down.
This place is cursed.
Everyone all right? No shattered knees? Good. Just me, then.
Looks like all my parts are still moving.
If there is time later, I would like to try that again without the souls.
Did anyone bring a ladder?
That's fragrant.
Ugh, smells like my old hunting leathers.
Can you smell the oily notes of brain fat in the air? Cured leather always makes me so hungry.
Oh, the smell around here reminds me of this stable hand, Drutman. Not real popular with the women, Drutman.
The smell here is far fouler than the fishery. Perhaps I will camp here tonight.
Defiance Bay. I miss Adir already.
Those walls surround the whole city?
Defiance Bay. If ever there was a dry field in need of a cleansing flame, you have found it.
It used to be a lot less of a mess. Whatever crimes they committed, their interior decoration is impeccable.
Mines filled, edged with copper and knives. Such greed.
You ever feel underdressed?
You ever get the urge to run around breaking stuff?
I see copper here, melting, filling in the foundation and coating the walls.
I worked for a family like this. Threw great parties. But the daggers were out by the third bottle of wine.
All these circling feet heading nowhere.
I was an ambassador's bodyguard once. The man had more trouble with pork knuckles than assassins, though.
Many of these are quite recent. Someone's been busy.
I say the Eothasian leads the way.
The work of a community, ignorant and vengeful.
They probably got one dug for me, too. Hope they gave me a nice spot. This looks like the kind of place we could find allies. For a price.
Mercenaries. All fancy weapons and no skill.
We will discover little of what has cursed the world by remaining here.
Those wounds. They look like they came from a Stelgar's claws.
What do you suppose happened to him?
Let the Catman sniff out any trouble.
I tried to pet a Stelgar once. Similar outcome.
The body quivers as though being mauled. Can you see it?
Nice. Subtle.
And I thought my mother-in-law's house was ominous.
Just be glad we aren't going through the back door to this place.
Hounds. Loyal to a fault without a mind of their own, and a crack of your staff sends them whimpering. What better symbol for Gallowayne could there be?
The Seeker God is well regarded among the Nalpasca. He knows the beauty of the struggle.
Do you think he'd be mad if we sat in his chair? I mean, he doesn't have to know. Well, that's, unusual.
Ugh, this place reeks of mildew and rotting wood. They don't build things to last anymore. Not like the Angwithans did.
Such an ominous throne for so humble a keep.
I wouldn't sit there if I were you.
Whatever happened here, I'm glad we missed it.
There's something unnatural about this place.
Place gets my blood beating in all the wrong places.
The dead here still walk, their shells empty, violent.
Reminds me of home, this place.
The black smell of death. A strange way to be reminded of home.
Whew. This is not my ideal climate.
If my fur catches on fire, roll me like a log on the ground. That works about 80% of the time.
A temple to Margaret if there ever was one. That sulfur odor. That's how you know she's excited.
I'd wager there are more than a few banned books in here.
Books hold so many answers, yet you cannot merely ask them a question aloud. You must pore through the pages and hunt for knowledge yourself. I like to think of libraries as way shrines to WoW.
All these pages serve no better use than fuel for the fire.
Nia's got her work cut out for her.
That woman expects people to sleep in a place like this?
There's a smell in the air. Damp, stale, bone and hair. Makes my fur stand on end.
A touch of Margren's fire should settle spirits here.
Beware the dead, like walking hollowborn.
I see dark ribbons of death floating in the water here. Old death. Decades past.
Full of surprises, aren't you?
Look at the size of this place.
Incredible! I knew the builders could work wonders, but this is amazing!
Many spirits stir here, edged with anger, violence.
Can you do that again? I had something in my eye. I missed most of it.
We light our own path now, Watcher.
I would have brought a torch if you'd asked.
Whoa.
I don't suppose you could make a few bridges the same way,
Looks like we'll be taking the long way to Defiance Bay.
Looks like Andra's gushing enough for both moons.
That over there? That'd be the easy way to get to Defiance Bay. Before the floods, anyway.
This almost feels like home.
I hope our duties won't require us to linger too long.
The chill of Rimergon's oblivion. The mindless beast, easily brought to heel by the fire.
I do not care for the cold. It numbs sensations that should be sharp.
See, this is why I left the White That Wends.
All this to find feet. I should have guessed.
The air in here is strange, stifling. What is this place?
I was wondering where the rest of him was.
I'm sensing some of the red gift will be shed soon.
So much death, both here and in our arrival.
You think you could put me into that big Audra figure?
If you are not all seeing this, I have done something very right with my Malkachoa preparation.
Now that's just tacky.
It's beautiful. But what is it? Why would the Engwithans build such a thing?
That must have taken somebody a very long time.
This place was cruelly shaped, not born.
What love and pain have been poured into this sculpture. It shimmers with it.
It could be worse. There could be more bones.
I'm going to guess that whatever lives here gets very, very hungry.
I can see this place through your eyes. We should take care.
Someone's a messy eater.
I usually like surprises. I don't think I'm gonna like this one.
Place gets my blood beating in all the right places.
So many spirits, yet so few awakened.
Ah, ships, sailors, and strong drink. Ah, I love the docks.
Politics, infighting, greed, and a shrine to Margaret as well. Her clergy belongs there.
Too many. Minds here, all shallow.
If this doesn't inspire faith in the gods, I don't know what will.
Looks like a long way down.
When you get to the bottom, holler up here. Let me know if it's safe.
No time to lose nerve now, Watcher. What's one more trial for a soul on the brink of doom?
Someone should go first. My vote's Durrance.
I will test this pit for you.
There's a first time for everything, and a last.
On the bright side, I'm too numb to feel cold now.
Can't feel my toes.
Does the portal lead to Stalwart, I wonder?
This is the home of the man responsible for those hanging corpses. You don't plan on knocking, do you?
Those are some high walls, but they don't look secure from here.
The only one I'd watch here is you, Watcher. Be on your guard.
This place is soaked in blood of the spirits.
Wouldn't mind having a word with our esteemed lord while we're here. Got some suggestions for him.
This place must be ancient.
Much Audra lies here, like a spirit lodestone.
I rather hoped we'd be sneaking up on it.
And now the fun begins.
Sweet mother of Gallowayne! That's an impressive beast! Think we can slay it?
Right. What's the plan again?
Times like this, I'm glad I can't feel nothing.
Wait a moment. My spirit dragon has come to talk to me.
Looks like this place has been abandoned for years.
Old and dry, with cobwebs in every crack. It reminds me of Woodica.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we note a rather sharp drop somewhere around here?
Anyone here in Echo?
Even my Stelgar eyes can't see in this darkness.
These ruins, like a great grave for a soul.
I can't see much, but I hear a noise like a pig choking on wet feed. So, I guess Durrance is breathing at least.
Do not be deceived by the darkness. It is an illusion. There is a path here.
Magnificent.
I've never seen anything like this. Almost beats the Southern Lights.
Oh, I've seen wild stars in the sky before, but I've never seen them beneath my feet.
A brothel for the ages.
This place is one where a spirit may hear itself.
This tower has far outlived its builders. But is it all that remains of them?
After you, I insist.
Where do you suppose this leads?
There are beasts here. They are animals in human form.
The air smells of blood and cowardly loathing. I'll be the effigy if this isn't some nest for the quiet slaves skulking vermin.
Twin Elms. I've never been this far into Air Glanfath before.
This is where the famous hunters of Air Glanfath dwell?
On behalf of all Glonfathans, welcome to Twin Elms. Mind your manners, refrain from public intoxication, and don't mention your history of violating Engwithan ruins.
Trees could use more of Mogren's touch.
The Glonfathans. Such beautiful cities they have woven with nature.
Never been out this way before. Hard to believe it's the same country.
This place always so green?
This looks like the place Maywald described.
Is this the old church you were looking for?
This was once hallowed ground for Woodica's faithful. I wonder how long it's been abandoned.
Oh, this would be our Church of Woodica. Dear Woodens. Probably the first thing we burned during the Revolution.
Tracks are covered by bones, dust, and more tracks. But this was a slaughter.
It's a fine touch. Really opens up the hall.
They rage and battle still, Watcher. We must be careful.
What could have broken through this? Guess the barricade didn't work.
The barricade was weak as the dwarves behind it, it seems. No war was ever won in hiding.
Wow. Anyone who breaks through a wall that thick deserves to be able to murder everyone on the other side.
Easy, Itumak. I feel it too.
I hear them, whispering of long-dead memories. They're here, Watcher.
It feels even colder in here. Something isn't right. Whole place feels like it doesn't want us here. Like a farmer with a good-looking daughter.
You can feel it in the air, Watcher. The dead still linger.
Well, forgive me, but whatever this place's secrets, I don't want to know.
We used to sleep in places like this, to conquer the fear of death. I do not miss it.
Should we knock?
Folk round here say the batteries swallowed more adventurers than the ogres. Thought you'd want to know.
I feel the stirring of souls, the heat of their anger. We're not safe here.
It definitely looks deserted. Maybe they had one really tall dwarf who needed a door this big.
The dwarves sealed the door, never to emerge again. If there are answers, they lie within.
The lesser the man, the greater the things he builds to compensate for it.
It was worth leaving home just to see this.
Dare you to stick your head in there.
I feel it. This is where they made their final stand.
At least it's warm in here.
Look at those carvings.
I've seen better.
Magnificent. It looks as if my toes are wriggling, even when I hold them still. Magnificent. It looks as if my toes are wriggling, even when I hold them still.
Look at those teeth, those horns. I don't care if it's stone. I'm aroused.
Abidun worshippers. They pray to metal and ignore the fire that shapes it. Little wonder they didn't survive.
So much for village superstitions.
Spirits that walk and speak, trapped in their memory. What has happened?
Did anyone else see talking spirits?
The Malkachoa is strong today.
This what it feels like to be a watcher? I think I'd be going crazy too.
If they need reminders that they're dead, I'd be happy to oblige them.
Let's all stand back a little, yes?
I think I see the nope, never mind.
Just a few more steps, Durrance.
It looks as if the very earth would swallow us.
A crack deep enough to rival Magran's heated depths.
Good chance the lost dwarves of Durgan's battery are piled up at the bottom of this. Perhaps I should wait outside.
Why are they drying them out? These are ready to eat.
Times like this, I don't miss my sense of smell.
Let's have some skewers while we're here.
We should check the barrels for more crazy monks.
Ah, now we can all free ourselves from vanity.
That rancid smell! Why didn't I save room for dessert?
That smell's never washing off.
Bereth's wheel of fire.
Feels like home. Only thing this place needs is some sliced blubber and a dozen romping foxes.
About time! It was so cold out there, I was thinking about shaving myself just so I could make a coat.
If they knew what was good for them, they'd be walking that fiery path instead of warming their hands at it.
I am hungry enough to eat an entire person. Do they serve human flesh in these lands, or is it one of those progressive nations?
I dread discovering what passes for cuisine in this place.
If it's okay, I'm gonna wait by that fire there while you do that thing with the battery.
That was my stomach. Sorry.
Say what you want about ogres, they know how to make an impression.
There's one here who deals in visions, dreams. I feel her mind near mine.
There! I hear one! Growling and gnashing its...
There's no accounting for taste.
Well, at least they're not devouring one another.
The ogre that decorated this cave would be much in demand among the Takan. The skullwork is very pleasing.
It looks safe.
Careful, Itumak. It's slippery.
You go first. This body ain't the best for swimming.
Anyone fancy a dip?
Should be safe to cross. Unless I accidentally turn into a giant beast when we're in the middle. I hope I don't do that.
Don't fear for me, Watcher. I may be large, but walking the coals has made me light on my feet.
We don't have much ice on the south coast. Maybe you should go first.
You should test that ice with something heavy. Make sure it's safe. Maybe with an overweight priest that can't shut up.
To fall through the ice is said to cause unimaginable horror. But I can come back and try it later if now is not a good time.
This place feels hollow. More memory than substance.
At least it's not Gilded Vale.
Finally, some proper weather. What do you say to a dip in those springs?
There's little town left, if there was much of one to begin with.
These frontier towns always look the same, half built and half falling apart in equal measure.
Hard living in a place like this. It's a wonder anybody stayed at all. You sure you want to go in there?
There's a presence here, as vast and powerful as the tides.
Ain't that something? The things you never see in your own backyard.
Something familiar about this place. It reeks of divine meddling.
Somehow this place reminds me of a decaying deer carcass, which is making me hungry.
Such a strange facade. I've not seen or heard of anything like it, even in Air Glanfath.
Careful with the weapons of the gods, Watcher. They seldom come without strings.
Give me 3 days with that hammer, and I'll be back with the biggest bear corpse you've ever seen.
I thought it would be bigger.
So much power is concentrated in what you now hold. Incredible.
Watch where you swing that thing.
I know you're holding the weapon of a god, but don't let it go to your head.
That's a good-looking hammer. You bash somebody's skull with that, I hope they appreciate it. Long way down.
Heard you could drop a pan from up here and it would kill a man.
Here's a view that's worth the climb.
What a sight! Up here it's all pretty as a painting.
I have trouble guessing depth, but this seems high.
The Optipo built this to last. Longer than they did, anyway.
That is a lot of snow. That's rather dramatic. I think I can almost feel one of my toes again.
The dwarves chose the wrong god. There's nothing like Margren's heat to give an old cannon new life.
A fire that warms spirit as well as flesh.
Fire, steam, and cannons to boot! Oh, I'm starting to like it up here.
Belfetto. A boiler to warm the cannons before firing. These Optapo really were clever ones, weren't they?
Could use one of these in Masuk.
Saw Galvino working on something like this once. Looked dangerous.
The warmth of this boiler has made the cold less unbearable upon my flesh. Is it too soon to turn it off?
There's the crystal. I don't suppose Andra could have put it on top of the moon? That's gotta be the crystal. You ready for this?
What are you waiting for, Watcher? Some god to save you?
Our path has brought us here at last. A final act of sacrifice awaits.
Well, help me. If there's another way out of this, now would be the time to reveal it.
There it is. A few swings and this is all over.
I don't suppose we could shoot it from a safe distance.
The crystal calls to us. You can hear it singing our ends.
Maybe I should do this. Perhaps that's why Andra led me to you after all.
Perhaps we should take the stairs. Maybe Durin should test it out first.
The Pargrunen built wonders to last for centuries. I do not think this was one of them.
Take that thing if you want, but I'd rather find some stairs. Or a half-eaten vine.
What a marvelous machine. Solid dwarven craftsmanship. We're not setting foot on that, are we?
They use lifts like this at the Ozian bastions to hoist cannons. Carrying us should be little trouble, no?
My people stick to the tundra for a good reason.
I did not know it was possible for a lift to have suffered. But here we are.
Know what I love about travel? Learning new things about myself. Like my fear of heights.
These things have really got it in for us.
There's no escaping these things!
More eyeless. There's no end to them.
Didn't we already fight these things?
You gotta be kidding me.
An army of these awaits. We must learn their weaknesses.
Those things sure seemed angry for something that's got no face.
These abominations stink of a god's cowardice.
I felt their suffering, Watcher. Theirs is the agony of a lost child.
Like taking a hatchet to a mountain. But we've done it all the same.
Merla, like an animancer's construct. But what could have made creatures like this?
Wait till I tell Kalu and the kids about that.
If only Galvino could see those. He'd die of envy. Or crushing.
I have dreamed of many creatures strange as these, but never have I met one in this world.
Perhaps they haven't seen us yet. What good's a fort that can't keep those things out?
This is animancy, or something far fouler if not.
What are those things?
By all the stars, what is that?
Good. These will leave excellent scars.
Oh, are those things here for us or the iron flail?
That was rude. Even by local standards. They wouldn't be so tough without their fort. Or their army.
Let us set fire to the whole thing, Watcher. Leave it to Margaret to decide the rest.
I feel a strange and troubled presence within. Tread carefully.
I've had warmer welcomes from wolves, after I seduce their mates.
They're spoiling for a fight. Fancy having a look elsewhere?
The Red Serens have always been as cold as these mountains. They must feel right at home.
That really makes me want to burn this place down. More than usual, I mean.
You can see the fear rising from the tops of their heads like steam.
Red Sarens aren't much for subtlety.
I've got an idea. Let's stay out here.
Try not to breathe.
These vapors smell of death.
These fumes. My lungs are burning.
Merla, it burns. Ah, I don't think it's supposed to smell like this.
Don't know what's wrong with the rest of you. Place seems fine to me.
Let us compete to see who can breathe this poison the longest.
Reminds me of a carnivorous peat moss in the living lands. Gave off fumes that would melt your skin.
How did that get in here? I courted a girl for a while. Looked like that. Tentacles and all.
I would have a word with the salty wench when this is over.
One of Andra's ancient creatures. Like so much, it is beyond her control now.
Look at all those tentacles. It's a fantasy I never thought I'd get to explore.
By Andras, giant sea beast!
It may be big, ugly, and the spawn of a god, but I'd bet my feathers it bleeds like anything else.
I've hunted all across Aora, but this is a first.
The army of Eyeless did seem a little too easy.
This is why I really became a follower of Andra. She has the best monsters.
Didn't we have our fill of lunatics in Brackenberry? Not much of a life down here, is it?
So this is how Andra takes care of her own.
This is a place of foul memories and festering pain.
Glad I chose Weil over Andra. I got better treatment from Gallowayne.
I've explored tombs less ominous than this.
A dismal place. We may as well be at the bottom of the sea.
A lot of water in here. Let's make this quick.
Monks often live in solitude. But here, instead of growth, I sense unraveling.
Here's a side of Andra I've never heard of.
These miners seem a little loopy to you.
Their minds are twisted, infected. They are not themselves, Watcher.
I know the kith up here can be a little strange, but something doesn't seem right.
Even for Stalwart, that's crazy.
Whatever these miners have taken, it must be very good.
You can see why I was ready to get out of this town.
That is disgusting. Zawa, do you think this thing is smokable? I got my pipe.
If it is not, I would gladly die finding out.
I sense something, Watcher. A strange intelligence.
Don't sniff the spores! They might make you sneeze.
That is a very large plant. I never did like gardening.
If this thing is responsible for infecting the minds of the miners and the Vitrak, we need to be on guard.
Is that thing looking at us?
If I didn't know better, I'd say I'm hallucinating.
Once in the living lands? Who am I kidding? I've never seen anything like this.
Orders are orders, I suppose. They chose this life, and you ended their misery. But it's hard to feel like we did right.
If you hadn't drowned them, Watcher, then their blubbering goddess would have, with a lake of smothering tears.
A cruel mercy.
Andra's teeth. All those people.
What a miserable end for these people. And to think Andra's faithful have been doing this for countless generations, without question.
I didn't think you had it in you.
They gained nothing from their suffering. Better for them to start fresh.
May Andra's tides wash them to peaceful shores.
Let's hope we don't run into any of them on the way out. We'll fit right in with the rest of the crazy Deerwoodens.
Your heart is weak to let them escape their trial. Do not expect me to do the same for you.
I fear this shall only prolong their suffering.
Somewhere out there, Wal must be smiling about this. Or would be if it wasn't just a floating cloud of eyes.
Well, they seem happy. I'm sure this will end well.
Drown like rats or wind out the rest of your days as a madman. Andra doesn't leave much of a choice, does she?
Oh, to be a fly on the wall when they reach Stalwart.
It did them no good to remain confined in this place. I hope that freedom suits them better.
Andra's tides. Here's hoping the cold gets them before they reach a town.
I used to have this big hound, like to dig for bones. Well, he'd be real excited right about now.
A goddess who buys faith by hiding secrets is sure to have a few of her own. We should not be surprised.
Few have laid eyes on what we see now, Watcher.
Sweet slobber of Gallowayne. What kind of relic is that?
Incredible. A titan right out of the stories. Oh, let's look inside.
I guess the rest of the giant skeleton should have been our first clue.
What in the world could leave a skull that big?
Is this what the Abbey was built to hide?
I knew the Abbey was a secret, but I had no idea.
This place is filled with echoes of pain, terror.
That's more like it.
Ogre tracks everywhere. This was a massacre.
Wal's bulging eyes. The whole town's been destroyed. More destroyed.
Not the first town around here to be put to the flame. Doing it a favor, as I see it.
Only siege engines or ogres could have inflicted this level of destruction. Which do you think was more likely,
What happened?
They stir below. Terrible, tireless servants.
I'm starting to think you didn't pay Galvino near enough for me.
Wait till I tell the kids about the time their mother charged into a frozen lake swarming with giant golems.
I was hoping to die mating with a bear. This doesn't look nearly as fun.
Once more I am called upon to set right the gods' transgressions. It has become a tiring refrain.
Durgan built a battery without ever realizing that this was waiting nearby. It makes me wonder what other surprises await the Eastern Reach.
All of this is 'cause of us. Come on, let's finish it. At least we'll be safe in the moon. Could have done without the tentacle.
Another of Andra's mindless servants. I'll see her paid for this.
It seems other abominations lie at the depths.
Is there anything here that doesn't want to kill us?
For once, I'm not terribly eager to see what's on the other side of that thing.
Madiko, what's at the other end of that disgusting thing?
Stay back, Itumak! What was that?
I don't think we've seen the last of Andra's secrets.
Itumak, what have I told you about chasing pigs?
Hey, pig! Hey, pig! Woo-hoo, pig! Ha ha! Look at him with his little tail. Who's a good boy? Who needs his belly scratched? Hey, you think we could get another dog? Keep this one company? Just a thought. Here, kitty. Come on, I want to pet you.
Don't bother the cat, Itumak. You'd have better odds against a Stelgar.
If I wanted to watch snow melt, I'd have stayed with Galvino.
If this is a battle of wills, Watcher, I surrender.
If this is a staring contest, I'm gonna win.
This is great and all, but I think I'd be having more fun swinging from that tree back home.
Anyone want to play dice? This reminds me of that time I crossed the white that wins. Alone.
What do you say we go grab a drink after this?
I sense your patience ebbing. You've found time for contemplation, Watcher. Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Your impersonation of a sessile vegetable is flawless. A tumbling stone gathers no moss. A stationary stone is shat upon by birds. Are you paralyzed? Hello? Say something if you don't want me to punch you. Hark! Who goes there? Pork! I said pork, now you say pork who? Oh, curses. Guess you heard this one. Every time I shapeshift, I wonder why I bother wearing clothes. So, here's an interesting fact. I once ate 7 owls while spirit shifted, then returned to my original form, and the owls didn't expand in my gut and kill me. Well, fine. I thought it was interesting.
Why did we stop? Did you see something? Must we linger here? So much waits over the horizon. What? Sorry. I was thinking up a song. What rhymes with Watcher? Have I told you the tale of the Kamoa warriors? 80 glorious verses. Verse 1. Wait! I've lost my notes! No, wait. They're in my pocket.
Should I build a campfire? Waiting. The longest part of any hunt. Wake up, Itumak.
Whoa. My hands do not look like that. Whoa.
Ignore this, Dalian.
Can anyone spare some Caro Golan? I underestimated this ripple sponge.
I don't suppose you're ready to move on.
If only everyone could see this.
No rush.
Malkachoa reveals many things.
My patience is burning low.
I'm gonna rust over here.
Give me a reason to crack someone's skull. Anything.
Idle time is better suited to poets and philosophers. I could assume you're wasting my time, but I'd like to believe you're simply holding me in reserve for some cunning stratagem. Keep me here much longer and I'm going to start molting. It's even less exciting than it sounds.
I would welcome the extra strain, if only I had room.
Physical burdens anchor me.
Where am I supposed to put that?
Sorry, I don't call forth the Stelgar just to haul your garbage.
I'm flattered, but where would I put that?
I'd gladly shoulder the load, but the pack won't hold anymore.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
The term godlike doesn't refer to my ability to carry unlimited quantities of war spoils.
Carrying too much of your shit to move.
You give me any more gifts and people will start thinking you're playing favorites.
I can make my own scars. You should save the pain for our enemies. I do not wish to be selfish.
Faya, are you blind?
Come here, and we'll see how you like that.
That's me you're hitting!
You know I can't feel that. It's like I'm back in Stalwart.
Little to the left! That's gonna leave a scar.
That's not what I meant by trying others.
Whatever I said! I'm sure I didn't mean it!
Hey, do you mind? Watch it with that. Whose side are you on?
Do you cease to see me? I feel your wrath, your aggression. Would you attack your own mind, Watcher?
Aim over me, you fool! Try that again and I'll gut you! You're attacking the wrong side!
Ow! Look well before you strike. The enemy is over that way. I am on your side.
Your aim could use some improvement. Postinago Rudo. Be more careful.
Watch your aim! Wrong target!
Death comes for me.
I'm not going anywhere like this.
I stand yet. My blood runs dry. Need a fighting hand here. My veins blacken. I'm soon for the wheel.
I'm leaking.
Hey, we had some good times.
Almost felt that one.
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
That's leaving a dent.
No pain, yet I bleed.
Ah! It's eating through my plate! I wasn't made to bend this way!
My spirit wanes. The wheel feels near.
Bury me at sea.
I'm fine. Just a little blood loss. I'm not dead yet, you bastards. Try harder.
A fitting end.
Wait, I'm supposed to be drenched in the other guy's blood.
Ugh, I just tasted breakfast.
I'm bloodier than a wedding night. Help! Oh, gods, I can taste my own bile. Can't feel my heart. Oh, that's going to leave a scar.
Let's leave this part out of the story. Fight on, my friends. I have failed. No, please, not yet. I am not meant to die this way. Bury me with my scrolls.
If you're holding anything in reserve, now's the time to use it. Madiko, don't think I can hold out much longer.
Ugh. Feels like I ate bad seal meat.
I have trained my whole life to maintain perfect peace of body and mind in all circumstances. But that is annoying.
Faye, you're worse than Aloth.
That does not hurt, but it does tickle, which does not help me.
I'm glad we're traveling together too, but isn't this a bit much?
Did anyone else feel that?
This is why you were traveling alone.
You're worse than Galvino.
You kind of like your attention, don't you?
Rub it in, why don't you?
I'm starting to miss my neighbors.
I could still kill you in your sleep.
Would that your eyes did not see me so clearly.
Wondered why Galvino gave me fingernails.
This is why I hide my form from others.
I'm really not ticklish.
I would hear your thoughts, just not so often.
Thanks. I like you too.
Do you think if you click on me enough that I'll lay an egg? Sorry to disappoint you.
Wow. I forgot what it's like to travel with people.
Yes, it's me, your pal, Palagina the Paladin.
I see what you're getting at. I've got a few things on my mind.
All right. It's like being home with the kids. Can't you just send Itumak this time? You need an Arctic fox of your own.
Don't you have other matters to attend?
I will walk unseen.
Nice and quiet.
Good thing I'm freshly greased.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
I was never any good at the quiet game.
Perhaps it is time to stop and reflect on our day. Some rest would renew our souls. Do I sleep? Or do I merely dream that I sleep?
I could use a wee kip.
Need to stop and oil my joints.
I don't suppose we could rest a spell.
Let's stop. I got a pebble in my foot.
Perhaps a little rest is in order.
I'd say it's time to get a campfire going and let sleep follow.
Let's pass the bottle for a while.
Too long has it been since we made camp.
I'm not tired.
Afraid to close your eyes, Watcher? Not all of us are on such bad terms with sleep.
Maybe I could use some rest.
I could go for some shut-eye about now.
My thoughts are scattered, hard to hold on to. I could use some time to restore my spirits. A fatigued mind is a weakened one.
Am I the only one here starting to nod off? A break might be in order. I'm starting to slow the pack. Can we sit for a spell and relax? I'm so tired I'd pay brothel rates just to nap.
I cannot keep up this pace. I think it may be time to strike up camp. We'll fare better if we get some sleep.
I must admit even I have my limits. I need to rest. If we don't rest soon, you're going to have to carry me the rest of the way, Willpower and good intentions will only keep me upright for so long.
Some fermented caribou milk would hit the spot right now. Feels like I've been tossed around in a snowstorm.
I'll make myself comfortable at Cadnua, with a little something from your cellars. Then I'll see you back at the Black Hound. If that stew doesn't kill me first.
You walk your path, I'll walk mine. You cannot hide from your trial forever, Watcher. I'll be in Cadnua. I'll be in Gilded Vale at the tavern, waiting for your spine to grow back.
See you when I see you. I'll see you at the keep. I'll be at the inn. Probably in hiding.
Our paths shall part. Though I shall wait at the village inn, their eyes shall not see me. I will wait in the place of your strength.
Well, I guess I'll linger around Cadnua should you need my help later. May Wal watch your step.
I'll be at the Black Hound. Safe travels. I'll wait at Cadnua then.
Yes, yes. I will leave for Cadnua at once. Corres.
I'll enjoy a warm fire in those fancy beds until you're ready. I'll have a drink at the Black Hound while I'm waiting. Maybe some of that famous stew.
Damn it! We gotta take better care of Aloth.
Rest easy, Aloth.
Goodbye. Both of you. I think.
You can do better, Aloth!
Aloth! Isilmir! They're both gone.
Wizard's down. That didn't take long.
Be at peace, Aloth.
Someone check on Aloth!
Aloth, get up! All his spells and still couldn't handle a fight.
Aloth! No!
Aloth? Shit!
I should have been there, Aloth.
Strange. 2 have passed from us.
Do not succumb, Aloth. Hold tight to your body, devil. Do not let go. The devil's shell lies empty.
The devil went down! Here's to a fresh start, Carrick.
The shell is still, for a time.
The construct has fallen!
The devil is lost to us!
The devil's banged up real bad.
Ah, there goes Bronze Breeches. The metal lady's broken. The devil, she's shattered. We lost our devil.
Be at peace, Durance.
Away to Mogren's flames, priest!
Hope you're nicer in the next life. Why'd it get so quiet?
Durance! He's not moving.
This one repels my touch.
Seems Durance has been silenced. The angry one is down. Someone might want to check on him.
Attend to the priest!
Durance, you dirty son of a cur! Matico!
Looks like Durance's flame just went out.
I fear we've lost the angry one. Did it just get quieter? At least we don't have to listen to him anymore.
A soul among us flickers.
Safe passage, Adair.
Adair!
Not a dare!
Adair, you must endure.
This is no time for a nap, farm boy.
Not now, Adair!
Get up, Towhead. You've been through worse.
Adair, hang on!
He's gone. I can't believe it.
Adair, no!
Adair, no!
Adair, look out!
Get up, lad!
A gift if the Eothasian doesn't wake up.
May he find certainty in his next life. I no longer sense our merry friend.
Aravius, you must wake.
Little guy fell hard.
Rest, little warrior.
Not now, little guy.
We'll miss you, little guy. Almost tripped over Haravius. I'll kick him, see if he's really down.
The druid has fallen.
No! Someone tend to the Orlan!
Get up. Haravius?
I didn't think anything could down the hairy fella.
Damn, Haravius is out.
We've lost Haravius.
Catman's down. No surprise there. Catmen weren't made for fights like this.
Hate seeing the little guy go down. Poor little guy.
He goes to seek new paths, new mysteries.
Kanarua's chant has fallen silent. I keep your chants in my soul, Kana.
Kana, get up, boy. Something big just fell.
Waves wash you to better shores. I'll chant one for you, buddy.
The scholar has left us. What has happened to our seeker?
The giant has fallen. We're doomed.
Get up, Connor! Get... No!
The big fellow's down.
Our giant has been overwhelmed.
Peaceful journeys, Conarua.
Hope that lad got out of the library and into a woman's bed before today.
Gonna miss you, big fella. Kana! He's gone.
Boy needs to get his head out of books and into the fight.
Rest up, big guy. We've got your back.
Maneha went down hard.
On your feet, Maneha. You've had worse.
Her bluster falls silent. What of the voices of her past, I wonder?
Maneha! Oh, damn it!
At last she has peace from her regrets.
Maneha's gone.
No, Maneha!
On your feet, Maneha.
No, Maneha!
Farewell, Pelagina.
Palagina's down. I'm gonna take a feather.
Don't go like this, Palagina.
Your time has not come, Pelagina.
Don't do this, Palagina.
They've struck her down!
Palagina's gonna be mad when she wakes up.
Her soul was bold, fearless. The warrior's soul is quiet.
Pelagina! Never thought I'd see it.
If Palagina is dead, we're next!
Our dauntless Valian isn't doing so well.
Someone felled the feisty bitch.
They've got our bird lass!
Just flesh and blood beneath all that steel and feathers after all.
Come on, Pelagina, hang in there.
Sagani journeys no more.
We lost Itumok and his master. They're both playing dead.
Wish you'd made it home first.
The huntress's strength wanes. Her soul journeys beyond.
Sagani! She's dead, and so far from home.
Sagani! We can't let her die here!
Sagani! She's hurt! Protect Itumok!
What's wrong with Sagani? Sagani! Sagani!
That dwarf's taking all she can! I'll miss that woman. And her pup.
So much for our mighty huntress.
Sagani!
This ain't time for your nonsense, Zawa.
Zawa's enjoying himself.
Zawa, don't give up!
Rest easy, Zawa.
Zawa, no! It's too soon for you! Zawa's not moving! Don't give in, Zawa!
Use the pain, Zawa! Zawa! Oh, come on!
Our scarred friend falls silent.
Stay strong, monk! We're coming!
Don't give in, you old bampot! On your feet, Zawa. You've been through worse.
I no longer feel the scarred wanderer among us.